Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's so serious. Where my girls at? We link up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Where my girls at? It's going down. Yes, yes, yes. Well, we're here. We're here. 9 a.m. The Superstation with Sabrina, Katrina, Chrisette, and Gloria. It's the force of friendship. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Well, Chris, you and I have dressed like twins the last couple of days. Yesterday was black. Today is a shade of yellow. So, telepathy. I mean, it's something about kindred spirits. We're just feeling one another right now. And it's
That's
fall,
right.
y'all. So we're talking all things fall. I mean, it is that time of season where everything is pumpkin. Pumpkin soup, pumpkin candles, pumpkin latte. Everything is pumpkin. Well, we think Gloria is going to be joining us momentarily. We don't think Katrina will be here with us today. Prayerfully, she'll be with us on Monday. But it's the force of friendship. We got issues based out of Detroit, Michigan, the D. That is where we're based, but we live all over the country. We've got Katrina Harris Earl, sometimes in the San Francisco Bay Area, sometimes in Chi-Town. There's Chrisette, her home base is Detroit, Michigan. Gloria Mayfield Banks, Ellicott City, Maryland, and Sabrina G. Monday, 2 weeks old in Baltimore, Maryland. So we're here, there, and everywhere. Friends, how are you? Type in the chat. If you're joining us, tell us who you are, where you're residing, and maybe one of your favorite fall traditions. Is it football, y'all? Is it food, fun, fashion? We're going to talk about it all. But before we get to our fall topics, there's Gloria with her shade of yellow. She must have got the memo, okay? I know she ran and put on the top, okay? She said, they got on yellow. Let me go find my yellow. And so to our viewing audience, you see the shades of yellow. She's all the way in Cartagena, Colombia, South America. When I tell you this girl has been on the move, on the road, but still finds time to put herself in the chair for our 9-10 audience. Well, Gloria, we'll give you a minute to catch your breath. Chrisette, you're looking lovely as always. How you feeling today? What's going on?
Hey, everybody. I am feeling fine. It's a wonderful fall, crisp day here in the D. And I'm excited that we're going to talk all things fall and fashion and all that goes on with the changing of the season. And, one of the things I just so love about this season, as I said, I think yesterday or a few days ago, is the changing of the leaves and just how beautiful they are. And you got to find some things that bring you joy during the season, because it is so much going on in the world that can bring you down. But when you can look outside your window and see the beautiful fall colors, and you're just able to walk around and appreciate just God's earth and how seasons come and seasons go. And that's just like it is in the news. Sometimes you can hopefully catch some things that are really wonderful and make you happy. But here lately, it's so many things that can bring you down. I know, last night, they had breaking news, the shooting in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. OMG, 5 o'clock, and by a teenager, 15 years old, you guys. And I just kind of think about what were Kiara and Buddy doing when they were 15 years old. I mean, they never handled a gun, wouldn't know how to fire a gun. And I mean, just so much anger in the world. And it seems like it's hitting our young people at a younger age. And so our hearts go out, hearts, our prayers and our hearts go out to all of those who, lost their loved ones yesterday, but at the hand of a 15-year-old. So we don't know the backstory, don't know why he did it. And, sometimes when they make the comments that, this kind of tragedy has finally come to our doorsteps, it's just a reminder. I don't care if you live in the hood or the ghetto, as they call it, where there's a lot of crime. Sooner or later, I don't care if you do live in the suburbs, it's going to come a knocking on your neighborhood. And that's why we have to be vigilant. And, I think, the conversation again about gun control, why was he able at 15 years old to have his hand on a gun? So a lot of conversation there, Sabrina.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we used to live in that Raleigh-Durham area, and this is a neighborhood, you guys, just a family suburb. I honestly, I just at 5 o'clock in the day when you're walking the dog, taking an evening stroll, and every person who lost their life younger than me, 52 to 15 years old. 15 to 16. The youngest was 16 years old, and the shooter was 15. And so, very, very, very tragic. So definitely prayers lifting that community for sure.
Hey, Sabrina, just a note. Do you know it has been 531 mass shootings in the United States this year? 531.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Too many, too much. When do we stop just saying, when can we get gun control, under control? When can it really, every time there is a mass shooting, and honestly, it took a long time before the major news outlets started to pick this story up. And I looked at Kenny last night and said, is it because it's only 5 people who lost their life that it's not a big story? But then they were just slow getting on it. But we can't let this just become such a thing in the US that it's not even a big deal if it's not 15 or 20 people who have lost their lives. And so, yeah, Chris, it is something. It is something. Well, Gloria, how are you? I know you look surprised because you're in another country. You haven't heard much of the local news or nationwide news. How are you in South America? You're down to a couple more days there, I think. Looks like you're.
I know tomorrow. It's over tomorrow. It's over tomorrow. It's over tomorrow. When I think about hearing what y'all talking about, I didn't know nothing about it, which speaks to the fact that it wasn't worldwide news. And that's a problem. It wasn't worldwide news. And that's just crazy. But yes, we get home tomorrow. That's what we say. We're supposed to get home tomorrow. When we get home tomorrow, we would have been gone 58 days, and 7 of those days would have been home. So we traveled 51 days out of the last 58 days. It was amazing because able to do some work, a lot of pleasure, a lot of learning, a lot of education. I'm so glad I'm in yellow. I'm so glad. I would be mad if I was the odd man out. Mad about it if I was talking about girlfriends. Right, girlfriend. And I don't know. I was listening to Chrisette, and I was feeling so motivated about the colors of the leaves, and motivated about God's green earth, and motivated about and I was like, nah, it's 83 degrees down here, and I'm glad to be right here. Right here I am. It is 83. I am hot. It is sweating, and I love every bit of it. The humidity is crazy, but I'm excited about talking about the fall. And I want to tell you guys, I'm excited that when we turn into We Got Issues, that we can find out what's going on, and we can get a lot of different perspectives about what's going on, because a lot of us sometimes don't get to hear everything, but to hear the perspective and to be able to talk about it and then move through it together makes a difference, because there's a lot of people right now in Raleigh, North Carolina, very alone, very afraid. It's evening time now. yesterday at 4:30, they weren't thinking about guns. They weren't thinking about safety. They weren't thinking about their children coming home from school. Everything was cool. And in 24 hours, everything in their world is turned upside down.
Change.
So it is important that we see the good in the life as we do what we got to do. But when I tell you, Chris, 581 mass shootings this year, and we have 3 major months left and a lot of holidays in that time frame, it's very, 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 very frightening to hear that. And that's too bad. But we got issues. So back to you, Sabrina.
All right. Well, you guys, as Chris talked about the changing of the seasons, I mean, I know for my husband, it's his favorite season. He loves the coolness of the air. He loves it's football. That means it's football time. He loves being outside this time of year. Spring is summer. Spring is my favorite time of the year. But I know many love fall. But the foliage, you guys, I mean foliage. I honestly, I just had to get out of my car the other day. I passed these beautiful flowers. They were the oranges, the yellows, the siennas. I mean, they were gorgeous. I just got out of my car and pulled over and took pictures. God is doing a great work. When he paints this landscape, it is really incredible. I used to live in New England, Boston for 12 years, and I would go to Vermont, New Hampshire during the foliage. And when I tell you, they say that that's the most beautiful place on earth is that New England area. So if you guys have never been to Vermont, New Hampshire during this time of the year, you got to put it on your bucket list. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. Gloria, when you lived that way, did you ever go that way to see the color, the leaves changing?
Yes. They make such a big deal out of it. You know, you hear it, they make such a big deal out of it. And honestly, when you live in Boston, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away for the beginning. And then you drive 4 hours, you're much deeper in it. So you can't help but go see it. And when you see it, your mind is blown. Honestly, your breath is taken away because all the work that you see in the art and you see people try to duplicate it with their paintbrush, you just can't capture it. You cannot capture it unless you see it with your own eyes. And, you know, that's so much of what God does. I mean, can you imagine the leaves at different times, totally different colors? And then you look down at your clothes and those are the colors that you see on your body because they came from the leaves on the tree. It was amazing. It's always been amazing. And then if you like fall, which is not my favorite time of the year, but if you like fall, which is not my favorite time of the year, but if you like fall, it also comes with the crispness in the air. You know, the humidity is gone. You can breathe easier. It feels different. And it almost feels like different kind of food is getting right into your life. It's like fall food is getting right into your life.
Yeah, one of our viewers said that Colorado, it's beautiful in Colorado right now. So yeah, pipe in, you guys, and we'd love for you to call us at 313-778-7600. I mean, we want to hear where you live, what it's looking like, because there are some places that are prettier than others in the fall. North Carolina was absolutely gorgeous. Oklahoma, not so much. We didn't have a major change, beautiful fall season. Texas, not so much. Florida, not so much. But definitely, and what do you think about Maryland, Gloria? I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of foliage, but maybe so. I haven't gotten out to where there's a lot of nature.
Yeah. It's not like Vermont, but there is foliage change. There's a lot of trees in Maryland. When people travel there, they really love the trees that they see there, but it's late. It's going to come like really when it's Christmas. It's Thanksgiving. That's when the leaves really start falling, the colors really change. So we still have about another 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks before Maryland catches. Because the thing is that it comes down the East Coast. It's very pretty if you watch it, how it starts early in Vermont, New Hampshire, and then it just keeps on coming down the corridor.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, there's the music, but that should be a trip. Find your way to New England, to New Hampshire, Vermont. When I tell you it is magical.
Michigan.
Beautiful. Michigan. Okay, Michigan. Go to Michigan. Yes. All right, you guys, that's the music. We got to pay a couple of bills. We'll be right back. Go what? And they stay there and they stay there. All we do is win. You're with the girlfriends. It's Happy Friday. All you do is win. All we do is win no matter what. We got issues, baby, but we are winning. All right. Yes, yes, yes. We will not be defeated. Talking about winning. It's football season, y'all. Sweaters, football, foliage, fun, food, friends, all of that makes my heart happy. And so it's football season. I know Gloria and I are big football fans. Chrisette, not so much. But anyway.
We're bringing her over this year.
I'll chime in on the fashion. I'll listen on the football.
Yes.
No,
yes,
we're gonna bring you in.
We
have a goal. We have a goal on We Got Issues. Okay. So in the summertime, at the very beginning of summertime, Chrisette had everybody on the treadmill, taking the treadmill, working out, all like, okay, so now we're going to bring you over to football season. It is about time for you to pay attention. And when I tell you Detroit needs some positive energy, the Detroit Lions need as much positive energy as possible. So this could be the season
maybe
that
that's
you
why I don't
really want to show up.
Hey, Gloria, maybe the Lions has something to do with the fact that I'm not a big football fan. Just maybe all my life. Okay. And I know I'm probably going to get some callers, some haters saying, what do you mean? Because when I say Detroiters are die-hard Lions fans, they are. I mean, Chuck, it's so funny when they play and they lose. I have no expectation. And I mean, he's fussing at the TV. He's having these conversations. And I'm just looking at him like, what? Don't you know that's pretty much
a real problem.
What always happens? But
that's a real problem.
It's a problem.
If they have on a Detroit shirt, they really are diehard. They don't care win, lose, or draw. They must love Detroit if they have on a Detroit shirt. At least if you have on a Baltimore shirt or a Cowboy shirt or a Chiefs shirt or something, or a Tampa Bay or the Patriots or something, you know there's a chance that you could be, yeah. And Detroit would be like, But we're with you, girl. We're going to bring you over to the dark side.
Got to. I mean, Gloria, you know, it's interesting because, of course, the Cowboys are our team through and through. And we're so excited because, I mean, we were devastated when our quarterback got hurt. But then the backup quarterback is doing such a phenomenal job. I mean, really, you guys, we're really jamming right now. I think we're 4-1 or 5-1, but it really is amazing for that backup. See, my daddy always said, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And when I tell you that backup quarterback, who knew that he would be called in, and he is doing a phenomenal job. And now the Cowboy fans are like, Dak, maybe you should stay out a couple more games. You know, let us stay on this roll right now. And so,
you know, one of the things that we see with something like that is the life lessons. Stay ready, be ready. The life lessons, like how Dak receives the fact that his understudy surpasses him in the polls. I mean, and all the leagues are going to be looking at, do they get to keep him, or do they increase his money so he stays, or does Dak get picked up by somebody else? I mean, this whole thing. And then Matt Ryan from Atlanta ends up in the Indianapolis, and then he's killing it. I mean, it's just there's so many life. Chris, you need to come on over here and watch some football. You missing all the life lessons. I'm telling you right now, there's some good stuff going on. Girl. And then, oh my God, the Baltimore Ravens, he's just killing the game. Lamar Jackson is a life lesson at, I'm going to do me. I'm going to wear my hair weird. I don't care if I don't get no commercial. I don't care. My success will show up. It will show up no matter what. It's so many life lessons. Okay, Super, your turn. Wait.
It's all good. It's all good. Bernetta's an Eagles fan, and she says somebody's gonna get stomped. I don't know. Is that Ravens or Cowboys? Bernetta, who the Eagles play this weekend? I don't know who's going to get stomped. But she is clearly an Eagles fan. And so who you rooting for? Who you rooting for out there, you guys? And college football. Oh my goodness, you guys, college football. When I tell you, my mother was a Boomer Sooner. I mean, when I tell you Oklahoma football, it was like a religion in our house growing up. And right now, seriously, nothing happened when the Sooners were on playing. I mean, everything shut down. Nobody could talk to her. Like Chuck is talking to TV. My mama's talking to TV, throwing a shoe at the TV, beating on the table. Okay. If we were hungry, she like, don't say nothing to me. And don't nobody move. Don't nobody eat right now. Okay. And so Oklahoma Sooners, you guys, the head coach left, took a job, went out to California, took a college position, took the quarterback with him, and we're having the worst season of the Oklahoma Sooners history.
You mean the one who took the coach who took over after our friend?
No. Yeah,
Schooler, right?
After that, yeah, they've had a couple of coaches since then. Maybe the one coach, maybe
Really?
he did take over after that, but he left. Took a job at, I think, USC perhaps, and took the quarterback with him.
Wow. And the quarterback doing great? Because I'm telling you, that's a whole nother. Maybe that's where Chris should start. Chris, maybe you should start at the college level, because University of Michigan is good. Michigan State is good. Maybe that's where you should stay. But at least we can bring you up.
Okay.
Be on the back of a winning team. Because the women and men who love college football, it is so big, Sabrina. I didn't know it was so big. I did not know it was so big till a couple of years ago, because that's not where I grew up. But when you grow up, especially in the South,
yeah,
Lord.
Oh my goodness. It's so big. And so honestly, I mean, for the Sooners to get beat 47-0 last weekend is unheard of.
Nothing?
47-0. You guys.
Now I know what that means.
47-0, y'all. I mean, I was talking to my family back home. Dorothy's like, go Buckeyes. Yes, I just moved from Ohio. They are fanatical. Dorothy Kerr, Ohio Buckeyes. They are fanatical in that state about college football. But you guys,
yes,
I love the passion. I love the energy. I love the camaraderie. I love the team spirit. I love the unity that football brings. I mean, all sports do, but it's something about fall football that brings everybody together. It's not political. It's not color conscious. It is just my team wins. And so sports, like you say, Gloria, so many life lessons in football right now. Yes, Chris, what were you going to say? You got something to say, Chris? Chris got the
yes, I have something to say.
Chris.
I have something to say, and this is just because, I mean, Buddy loves football, Chuck loves football. Monday night, don't talk to him. He's going to be on the couch watching Monday Night Football. Whenever it comes on, he's watching. And then the next day he'll watch the commentators. And I do listen to what the commentators say. Right. And one of the things that I often think is, you have to have thick skin when you are playing at that level, because when I tell you Stephen A. and some of these other ones, just listening to how they can tear some of them athletes to shred because they didn't perform or whatever. And I'm like, that's pressure. Just when you have that many millions of people watching you, and if you don't perform, if this happened, I was like, whew, that's no joke.
Pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yes.
And you guys,
and a lot of money.
And a lot of money. What Deion Sanders has done with that Jackson State University team, HBCU. Right. Jennifer says, we are Penn State. Go Penn State. Jen says, I made homemade turkey chili. We eat fall meals, even if Vegas is still 90 degrees, but our pumpkins have to be in the AC. Football starts at 10:30 a.m. out west. So weird. Yeah, that left coast is crazy, Jen. That left coast is crazy. Somebody says, I'm with Chrisette. I'm not into football, but I appreciate y'all's enthusiasm. Yeah, Alexandria, for sure. But you guys, I was talking about Deion Sanders, what he's done with Jackson State football, HBCU. Right. They're saying his son, who's a quarterback, I think he's a quarterback, is could be possibly up for the Heisman Trophy. Now that's a first out of a HBCU. But when I tell you, he has so many NIL names and likeness deals. I mean, that boy has $1.5 million as a college student in endorsements. as a college student.
Wow. Well, let's be clear. If he has any of the confidence his daddy has, look, I may not know a whole lot, but I know who Deion Sanders is. And I love that commercial where he's talking about, well, it's not a commercial. It's some kind of something I saw on social media, and he was talking about confidence and, dressing, confidence. And if you want to know his name is confidence. I was like, he is not lacking that. And if his son is anything like him, the world better watch out.
And he is.
Okay.
But I love it that he's transferring that confidence to these young men on his team, teaching them not about life on football, but a life at football and away from football. He wants them to be great students. He wants them to be great leaders. But just the light that because of that big name, what he's brought to HBCU football and the expectation of what can come out of HBCU football has been really phenomenal, really phenomenal. So kudos to Deion Sanders and what he's doing for HBCUs. Yes.
He's an example of how leadership can make such a difference. That one leader stepping on that one campus, changing everything, and the breadth and the depth of what he's doing. He's changing the way parents deal. He's changing the way high schools are going to start looking at different players. Oh my goodness, there's the music. We have to talk about Super Bowl. We cannot leave this subject until we talk about Riri doing the Super Bowl with Rihanna. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. All right, there's the music. No further ado. We're going to a station break. We'll be right back. Sabrina, Katrina, Chrisette, and Gloria. It's the Force of Friendship. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We are back. We are back. 9 a.m. The Superstation. We're excited to be with you Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hey, Enid Stratton, we see you out there. Thank you for all of our viewers. Thank you for our listeners. You can catch us on iHeartRadio. You can catch us on Roku. Where else? Where else? Go to www.theforceoffriendship.com. You can always catch the shows, the playbacks. Oh my goodness, you guys, many exciting things are about to happen with the girlfriends. And so you want to tune in, lean in, listen, don't miss, share the broadcast because big things are about to pop off during this fall season. Well, you guys, we're talking football, foliage, fashion, food, fun, all of that during this beautiful season. We know that when we listen to the news, it can bring you down. So you got to find the fun, baby. It is Mental Health Awareness Month as well. And when I tell you for mental health, you've got to find joy. You've got to seek joy. You've got to put some fun in your day. You really do, because if not, you will find yourself in a way that doesn't feel good. And so I'm excited about talking about all things fall. But before we go to fashion, you guys, Tom Brady and his wife, Giselle, beautiful Giselle. I mean, they are been an item, and it looks like they're heading for divorce. And so both, yes, Gloria, you probably didn't know that because you've been traveling. Yeah, for real. And so none of them have openly spoken about it, but they say that, yep, it is true. And you just wonder what happened. But it said that Giselle seemingly broke her silence for the first time since rumors swirled that both she and husband had hired divorce attorneys, with a cryptic comment on Instagram. Author and life coach Jay Shetty took to his Instagram to share a quote from his new book. It reads, "You can't be in a committed relationship with someone who is inconsistent with you." Read that again. Not only did Giselle like the post, but she also commented with a praying hand emoji, text leading people to believe the quote about inconsistency in relationships resonated with her. And so also they're saying that because Tom Brady said he was retiring, it was a family decision, then he decided to go back. It really created strife in the family. So what are your thoughts, girlfriends? If your man wants to keep on being an athlete and she's ready for him to come home, that's what he said he was going to do. And we really don't know what it's all about. This is all speculation because none of us live in their bedroom or their house.
Right.
Okay. Unless you got the doorbell system that can peek into to their home, it's all speculation. So what are your thoughts? Our little man just dream till the wheels fall off.
Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gloria, are you muted? Are you muted? They're saying they can't hear you.
Oh,
they didn't hear any of what you just said.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Really,
well, you know what? Let me just say, Okay. I just want to chime in and say there are so many unknowns and we don't know. But what we do know is that success always costs something. It
That's
always
right.
costs something. And you can't the Bible says you can't serve two masters. You either love one and you hate the other. And it's kind of talking about
Yeah.
money. However, it's I don't want to say it's rare, but it's very challenging to be in positions like that, top of the, you're at the top of your game, and you are required to spend so much time practicing and being with the team and so on and so forth. And then you have your family that, the kids are getting older, and you may feel as the wife you're a single parent in the household. So I just think communication is key. There has to be, when you look at, come on, think about movie stars, how many are not able to survive being married,
Right.
because their careers are pulling them. I told you guys when I went to see the Temptation Broadway musical, and it started out, with him saying, you know what, everybody loved the Temptations music. We grew up on it, but guess what? They paid a heck, and I'm saying heck, of a price for the fame that they received. So it's going to cost you something, and you just have to decide, are you willing to pay the price?
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody said that Giselle felt like she had to give up a lot for her modeling career. And that was the price she paid. That was the price she paid. You look at, and I just love Emmett Smith, former Cowboy player, and his wife, Pat Smith. We went to the same church when I was in Dallas. And I was so surprised when they got a divorce. And they were, in our eyes, the model couple, but she was very open to say that she felt unseen, she felt unheard, and she wanted to live her life, and she had passion and purpose, and she did not feel that way being married to Emmett. She felt like she was in his shadows. And their son now, speaking of college football, he's a great running back for Stanford. And prayers for that family, because like the first game, he ran an incredible touchdown. Second or third game, tore his ACL. He's out for the season. Out for the season.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
when
injuries
Kim
is such a
said
big
that,
part.
when Kim said that Giselle had to put her modeling career to the side, for those who followed her, she had, honestly, one of the most magnificent modeling careers. And she was such a huge part of the Brazil pride and culture. When that chick walked across the field for the Olympics, y'all, can you even imagine that she had the entire Olympics attention on her, and all she did was strut from one end to the other, legs for years. I mean, and I'll never forget it. That was a strut of struts. And to give that up,
strut of the century. Yes,
it really was. I mean, it really, the whole country, therefore the whole world, therefore all the Olympics, watch this woman talk about Brazil pride as she goes around. So now you're married to somebody like Tom Brady. That's tough. Easy and tough. And when I tell you that chick's a fierce competitor, have you ever seen her react when Tom Brady would lose, and then those commentators you were talking about, Chris, would talk about Tom Brady? That chick would go off. It was not acceptable. So I hate to see that. I really hate to hear that one. We love love.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about fashion. Going from Giselle, the fashion model, to fall fashion. What's hot? What's not? We are trading in flip-flops and shorts and tank tops, except Gloria, who's in Cartagena, Colombia, South America. So let's talk about what's out there. Chris, our fashionista, what do you hear out there in those fall streets? What is going on?
Well, let me tell you, when I tell you fall is wonderful because of all the layering that you can do. Beautiful, colorful sweaters are always in style. Corduroy pants are in style, blue jeans and different kinds of boots, whether you wear over the knee or whether it's an ankle boot, you have that. Blue jean jackets, you absolutely have to have those in your wardrobe. Long sweaters are great. And, a lot of people are sporting fedoras. Hats are really in style, and you can spruce up. I mean, you really make a statement when you add a fedora to your wardrobe. This is the time where you pull out your leather, your leather pants, your leather jacket. I mean, fall is just an amazing time.
Yeah, she talking like a true Detroiter. You talking like a true Detroiter, like for real. She is like corduroy pants. I'm like corduroy pants.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, living in Ohio for that brief year, I love the fashion of that part of the country. They have a deep appreciation for winter clothing. I mean, the men are dressed so sharp, the hats, I mean, the sweaters. Honestly, you guys, I even in Boston, I did not see it like I saw it in Cleveland, Ohio. The fall sweaters, the hats, the heaviness of sweater dresses. I mean, is that the music? That went by so fast. Oh my goodness, y'all. There's the doggone music. We were just getting into the fashion, the fall segment of the show. Well, it's 19 a.m. the Superstation. We got issues. We'll be right back. We're talking everything fall. we're back. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for joining the Girlfriends Force of Friendship. We got issues. I think we have a caller on the line. I'm not sure if he's still there. Caller, you there? Really good, Marathon. How are you?
How are you? I'm doing good, doing good. There's two things I like about fall: the football, college football, and pro football, and when the trees change colors. You're right there, Simon. You're right there with us. You are right there with us. That's at the top of our list. That's at the top of the list. Well, happy fall, Marathon. Thank you for being a loyal listener. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, now, bye-bye. All right, take
My
care.
goodness, you guys, we just got finished with Fall Fashion Week. And Fall Fashion Week, they said, I have a girlfriend. When I tell you she is high fashion, loves fall, she always says, if fall was a personality, add that to her list, okay? She is all things fall. I mean, really. I mean,
I
she
love
lives in
it.
Chicago, and when I tell you, she cannot wait until September to change her closet over, pull out all of her boots, pull out all of her leopard print, pull out all of her capes, and put all of her summer cool warm clothes away. And so hit the runway, which was surprising to me. Sequins are big for fall. Y'all know that? Sequins are big. Yep, leopard print.
What is big?
A big sequins. Sequins. S-E-Q-U-I-N-S. Sequins are big for the fall. Yep. Leopard print, big floral print. Big florals are big this season. Barbie pink. There's a lot of pink out there this fall. So those are feel good fashion statements. Also, they talked about trends, coats. Of course, the pea coat is big. Trench coats are big. Okay, I hear something in my ear. Okay, so let's talk about food, you guys. I don't like pumpkin. My name is Sabrina. Good Monday. Pumpkin is not it for me. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin latte. Gloria, you like pumpkin?
No, my name is Gloria, and I don't like pumpkin.
Okay,
My name is
really,
Krista, and I don't like pumpkin.
Chris, we can't hear you.
Isn't that something?
Wow.
I said my name is Krista Ellis, and I don't like pumpkin either.
Well, you know, that is amazing because so many people do. And I can't believe I learned something new being on the show with you girlfriends today. But
we got issues, baby. We got issues.
I did not know that. I mean, I don't even know, like Casey said, I don't like pumpkin.
Casey.
Well, if Casey, if none of us like pumpkin, who the heck likes pumpkin out there? Okay.
Right.
I mean,
Going to Starbucks.
I mean, come on,
Sabrina.
Sabrina. I mean, for real, you will get kicked out of your family if you show up at Thanksgiving with a pumpkin pie and not a sweet potato pie. That is, you know what? And I'm just going to say it. You'd have to check your black card if you show up with a pumpkin pie.
Perhaps. I mean, that's a whole show by itself. I mean, seriously, you guys. I always think about, you know, what are the foods, but like a fall fruit that I love is pomegranate. I love pomegranate. I'm Sabrina Good Monday. I love pomegranate. Do you guys love pomegranate?
I love pomegranate.
Yes.
We used to eat pomegranate so much as children. Oh my God. I mean, I don't eat it as much now, but I just remember we used to call them Indian apples. And we would get those.
Right, that's right, Chris.
Everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. You know what? Chili.
Yeah, chili is a great, oh my goodness. Chili is great. Another good fall dish.
Soup.
I just had it. It got cool a couple of weeks ago, only for a couple of days. It was rainy, dreary. I wanted some homemade chicken noodle soup. And so it was fabulous. I love the way it makes the house smell. And so that was good. Yvonne said, I do not like pumpkin pie. Give me sweet potato pie. Yep. I think that's a black thing. I really think that's a Dorothy Kerr. You can tell us. Dorothy Kerr, our production assistant.
Right.
She is Caucasian, but she understands us well. Dorothy, do you like pumpkin? If Dorothy says she likes pumpkin, then we know what it is. Dorothy, chime in. Do you like pumpkin? This is the tiebreaker here.
You know what? Somebody said caramel apples and candy apples. I mean, I love caramel apples with or without nuts. Oh yes, that's really, really big for the fall. I mean, you can get it in the summertime, but during the fall, hot chocolate, okay, with marshmallows.
There goes Dorothy. Yes. Dorothy said pumpkin. Okay, it's verified, clarified, y'all. Dorothy said pumpkin. I love it. Okay. Thank you for selling the score. Thank you for selling the score, Dorothy. Now we get it. Oh my goodness. You guys, vegetables in season during the fall. Sweet potatoes. Oh yeah, Casey. Apple cider. Gumbo is next. Yes, gumbo is next. Yeah. Brussels sprouts are good. Brussels sprouts are good year round, but they say it's a seasonal vegetable. Broccoli, beetroots, cauliflower, mushrooms, kale, cabbage, turnips. I thought those were year round, but they say it's fall. Fruit, grapefruits for the fall. Squash, pears, common fig, cranberries, pomegranate, which we already talked about. And of course, Chris, you just talked about apples. Yvonne said it's a black thing. My mom taught me how to make it. LOL. Okay. Yes. What are some other comfort foods? I think fall, you have comfort foods that just make you feel good. I think I love soups.
Cornbread.
You guys, crab soup. Cornbread is good. I've fallen in love with this crab soup in Maryland. It is so good. They have like two different kinds.
Corn chowder.
Clam chowder. But this is not clam chowder. They call Gloria.
No, I said corn.
Oh, corn chowder. Corn chowder. Yeah, I don't really like corn chowder that much.
No, I love it.
But you like corn chowder, Chris? I don't like corn chowder.
I love it.
But there's a Maryland crab soup that I have fallen in love with.
Mm-hmm. Yes, not the creamy. It's the broth. It tastes like. Is that the one or the one with the red sauce?
The one kind of with the red sauce, I think. No, Gloria. There's a Maryland soup with like vegetable broth and that kind of thing. And then there's another Maryland crab. So there are two different kinds that are really popular, and we have just fallen in love. I want to find the recipe for that Maryland crab soup because it doesn't seem like it would be that difficult to make, but you got to
you find the recipe and then you bring it over to our house.
Okay, I will.
Hey, you guys, my sister said red beans and rice. Judy, my sister. Hey, Juju.
Comfort soup food. Yes. That's a good comfort food, red beans and rice. And gumbo. Now, Chris knows I can throw down on some gumbo. I cooked it for her one time.
I'm a witness.
I know. There's the music. I'm sad. We got to go. Our time is up, you guys. Oh, my goodness. What a fun Friday. Sometimes heavy, sometimes light. You never know what you're going to get with the force of friendship. So don't miss. We love talking to each and every one of you. Make sure you join us Monday, same time, same place. Have a super weekend, friends. See you later. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye-bye.